Hey everyone, it's Rhonda here from Nelson Soapery. Today, let's get ready for our Sunday chat. So today, I'm going to be talking all about websites, how we fix our websites, and also how we get people and drive them to the website. Because the one thing that I'll tell you that I've always struggled with is the website and just getting people there. It's really, really hard. And of course, people on your website can equal money and also can equal orders, which of course, as you all know, that's what we all need, isn't it? Without doing that, we're just not getting the people there. So anyway, like I said, so today is going to be all about that and a little disclaimer before everybody pops on. Everything that I say is my own opinion. I'm not a legal expert. I'm a business owner in Melbourne, Australia. So, take the advice as you like. And then, of course, do your own digging and your own research. But hopefully this will give you a bit of a start. Hi, Carol. Welcome, sweet. Welcome to my Bubba channel. Today on Sunday morning, it is 11 a.m. in Australia, and I know for lots of you logging on other places, it is definitely not 8 a.m. From the US, hi Lovey, I'm sure in the US it is evening, and you probably have your pajamas on and a coffee or something in your hand, ready to go to bed. So hopefully it's not too late, but I sort of think 11 a.m. is good for Aussies, and it's also good for people in the US. Now, thank you. Thanks so much, Jen. And if I'm always just looking, it's because I've got to read the comments and I don't have glasses on right now. But thank you, Jen. I do get lots and lots of people. Hi, Deb from Florida. I do get so many people, saying to me they're grateful for giving, the recipes and everything. And the reason I actually did this channel, like, honestly, the reason I did it, when I first started, I actually couldn't get recipes. People would show you how they were making it. 7 a.m. Lovey. Okay, well, that's not too bad. 7 a.m. in the US. It's PM. So, yeah, so the reason I started this was because when I started, like I said, people would show you how to make it. They'd show you techniques, which was amazing. But sometimes when you start, you need a recipe because you just don't know how to formulate it. So that's why this channel came apart. And, lots of people say to me, am I going to do a Patreon or anything like that? No, I'm definitely not. Oh, you've got COVID, Carly. Oh, I'm so sad for you, you poor doll. I know, it's a terrible thing. I mean, luckily, I haven't got it. And I haven't been near anyone that's had it, thank goodness. But I don't really leave my house that often. I'm always working at home, or in my studio. So, but you never know, do you? But we're just going to try and be as healthy as we can. But yeah, so one thing that I definitely noticed, from the UK. Hi, Roslyn. Welcome, love. Hi, Mark. Welcome. All my friends are popping on. Aren't you guys gorgeous? Absolutely gorgeous. So yeah, so now, like I said, when I first started this channel, the one thing that I definitely noticed was that, there just wasn't the recipes there. And I mean, Royalty Soaps did have soap recipes. So she was really the start of how I started making soap. And if it wasn't for her, I would not have known where to go because, you read books and it's confusing because you don't understand the terms or anything like that. And I am sorry if you can hear zing in the background, but my husband is building the decking and I can't stop him because he's almost finished, which is a bit of a distance from here, so it's not too loud in here. But anyway, so that's why I started this and doing the recipes. So yeah, so for anyone asking, you will never have to pay. There will be no Patreon. I won't be charging anyone for anything. It's all free because I want anybody, no matter how much money you have or don't have, to be able to get the recipes and give it a go. So that's the reason for my channel. And this baby channel is about community. So if anyone hasn't logged onto my Instagram or Facebook, make sure you go over there, especially Instagram. That's where I'm the most active, or TikTok you'll be able to see. And you got your order on Friday, Carol. Thank you. I'm really glad. I've had lots of you order, so you guys are gorgeous. Big kiss from you. I really appreciate it because it does help my little business grow. And look, this is the thing too. Look, let's talk about this before we get into so much more. Oh, you're welcome, Melanie. Anytime, love. The one thing, look, I'm going to talk about this. People see me on YouTube, they see me on Instagram. I'm very active on social media, and people think all the time that I'm rolling in orders. It's not true. 100%, guys, it's not true. I do not get orders every single day. So I just want to put that out there for any of you that are struggling and thinking, God, she's doing so good. Why aren't I? No, I don't get orders every day. Some days, look, I do get orders every week, definitely now, but at the start I did not. Look, honestly, there was 3 months and I got not one order. So, yes, you did make it, Dee, to my live. Welcome, lovely. So, yeah, so that's one thing I wanted to say. Don't think that I get orders, or when you watch a YouTube that has thousands of followers, don't think they're getting orders every day, because sometimes they do not. Look, sometimes they do, and as your business grows, of course, people get more trust in your business, and then, of course, they buy from you. And once they buy your things and they know they're good, often they will come back. A lot of customers that I have now that are buying things are regular customers. Like, they love the product and they know that I'm always giving them some freebies. So that is really important. So, yeah, so like I said, I just want all of you to know that as well. So, your name is Dee, yeah. So, but anyway, I just thought that I really wanted to say that as well. Oh, thank you, Carol. Your family rated the package. I hope they loved it. So now let's get into the topic, which is about websites. And I thought I would actually bring this up because I met with an amazing graphic artist during the week, because I decided that I wanted my business to step up to the next level. And this is what I'm saying. You can't do this from the start. You have to keep growing and growing. And when you feel that you're at that stage, then you can go to that. And I just felt that I needed a graphic artist to help me, because I'm going to create some candle boxes and body butter boxes and things to step up my game in 2022. And it won't come in until after mid-year, because it takes a long time to get the prototypes and get all of these made anyway. But I wanted just to talk about that, because he was really good in guiding me a little bit to the website. And I think this is the problem too. A lot of people think, well, I can't afford it, so they don't get a graphic artist. They don't get somebody with those skills because, look, let's be honest, we can't afford it when you're starting. So that makes it hard. So I thought, look, I'll bring out the information that I've got on here, and, then you guys can go from there. If anyone wants his name, please contact me and I'll pass his name on. I won't put it on here because, I haven't asked him yet to put it on here. So I just feel that wouldn't be right. But he will be at the conference. So anybody that needs advice that is coming to our conference in March the 21st, 2022, you can ask him a question if you like. So I will actually talk a little bit about that, because his advice will be really good. I mean, honestly, he's been really good to give me such advice. So now let's get onto it. So like I said, first of all, we're going to talk about a few things, a bit of a list. So grab your paper, everybody, and your pen. So to start with your website, look, this is one thing I'm going to say. I started my website and I thought, look, it looks jazzy. And, it did look fine to start on the website. But the one thing I'm going to say is don't be stuck on, a lot of people say, my website's great, I don't want to change it. They want advice, but they don't want to change it. Yes, he does know about labeling, Mark. Yes, he's actually helping me do all the labels. So they understand the legals of labeling as well. So, graphic artists have to know all that side as well. And you give them what you want, and then he'll kind of help from there. So, but no, he's very good. So, but anyway, we'll get back to the website. So like I said, first of all, when we're doing websites, you need to kind of think about your layout. And for me, I thought mine was really good. But the problem is no one wants to hear that their website isn't good. But you have to take this as constructive criticism, because I thought my website was looking pretty good. I'd done a lot of work on it, and he brought up a few things. And look, I didn't really love what he had to say, but in fairness to him, he was 100% right. So sometimes you have to walk away from that, put your big girl or big boy pants on and say, okay, I need to be realistic here. This isn't working. So now what can I do to step up my website? Because your website, if you're online only, is your number one stopping port for people to come. It's really like your physical shop, but it's an online shop, because if people can't, if they don't see the value, if they don't see it looking professional, they'll go see you later and they go to the next site. There's millions of sites. So, don't feel that you're in competition to anyone else. You're only in competition to yourself. But like I said, you need to make your website look good, and the layout is definitely the start. So I'm going to go through a few things that he told me, and I hope this helps. So number one, when someone's coming to the front of your website, obviously at the front, you want your logo because that is you. That is your brand. Underneath that, it might be an image or something, usually it might be an image or a slider of what you want. Mine is the pink main image, and I change that once a month. So once a month, I just change it around. If you have a new product or something that is photographed really, really well, it needs to be done well, then you can put that on your front page. Or if I had a sale, that was on my page for the week. So I changed that up, and that's fine to change that. And then underneath that, what you need to do is, you might have icons which represent what you're doing in your business, which is what I've done. So for me, it's like there is no animal testing on mine. It's, we're making relaxation products. So I have like a code for that as well. So, and I don't know what that is, Mark. I don't do any of that side. So basically, yeah, so you've got to have all of that. And then, you might write ethically sourced products or whatever you're going to do. So just put little logos along the bottom or in the middle, wherever. So you can go to my site, which is nelsonsopery.com, and you can check out what that means. I don't know any of that, Mark. Honestly, I don't do any of that. I leave that up to the experts. And that's why I've got a graphic artist as well. Oh, you've noticed how bright my new photos are? Yes, I actually bought, my husband bought it for me, which is a background kind of light. It's just a cheap one off Amazon. And then I also play with the feature in my iPhone. So you can play around with everything as well. And then, of course, at the moment, I've taken off the background in my images because I felt that made it look a bit cheap. And if you go onto many big companies, you will see that the background is removed. I mean, you go onto Lush, Bathbox was another one. It was another lash company that I looked at that was really good as well. And these things are really, really amazing. So like I said, these are the things that you need to do. You need to make those photos look good. I mean, as Mark's talking about mapping and all of this in the background, there's no good having any of that if your pictures are rubbish. I mean, you can pay someone to do the best thing, but if your pictures are no good, people leave immediately because it doesn't look professional and they just run away. I mean, honestly, eye appeal is buy appeal. 100% it is. So before you even pay anyone to do anything else, make sure your images are good. You can take them with an iPhone. You don't need to pay someone. I take all my own images, play with the settings in your iPhone. You can go into, brightening it up and lightening it. And that's, make sure that the image of the picture is the color of the picture. We don't want to change the actual picture, but we want to change the lighting to make it lighter and brighter, because if it looks dark, they just think it's cheap and rubbish, and they're not going to go and look, let's be honest, not going to buy it because it doesn't look good enough. So this is the thing. Your main picture is the picture that attracts them to even click onto that. So even if my second or third pictures were great, my first one was rubbish, they're going to go, no, this is a cheap website, it's garbage. So even though you're doing it yourself, you want to make it look like you're not doing it yourself. So hopefully that helps. And also colors. So colors are super important. For instance, as you've seen on my site, my color is pink. That's my branding is pink. It's always been pink and black and gray. But, if your branding was orange or blue, you want that to be your background. So people go on and immediately when they hit that site, they go, yep. So when people hit my site, they go, yep, that's Nelson Sopery, it's pink. So they know that they've hit the right site, because if I did mine gray, they'd be like, what site is this? And at the start, I did have mine white, and then I had it gray. And then, you know what? And I'm going to say this. My reason for not having it pink, everyone's like, oh, it's tacky. Don't do it pink. No one will love it. And you listen to friends, family, and people that just tell you, but you have to listen to yourself. Like, honestly, listen to your heart and listen to what you want for your business. So that's when I went, you know what, everyone's, wrong. This is my business. I know what I want. I know how to do this. So I'm going to go with my heart and go to pink. And the minute I went with pink, honestly, I've had so many hits to my site, over 1,000 this month. And that's the thing. At the start, I did not have that. I was lucky to get 50 to my site a month. So this is what I'm saying. It's all about growth. So don't think it's going to happen overnight. It takes a long time to get to this. So I don't want to give anyone unrealistic expectations because it takes a long time. So now let's talk about this. Professional as well. That's right, Mark. It is your brand voice because people know you from what they see. It's a visual thing. And you've got to remember, there's a lot of people that can't hear and that have hearing problems. So they might not be watching videos of the sound. They're seeing it with their eye, but they may not be watching the sound. And I've had a number of people that are deaf, and I have had a couple of people say, one lady in particular felt that my videos had too much of a ding-ding noise in it for her hearing. So I thought, okay, fair enough. Maybe I will lower that down. So you do have to listen to people. Even if you don't agree, you still got to listen and go, okay, maybe I'll give it a go and lower the music a tiny bit for the next video and see how that goes. But you can't change things to make everyone happy as well. Oh, thank you, Carol. Yeah, and I do want to, tell people that, Carol, I'm going to tell you this, Carol. You just made me think of something. There is a site that I've seen as well. Hi, Runwin. Happy to see you, darling. One thing I'm going to tell you, there is a couple companies that have 4 products. Like, I'm talking 4. I mean, a lash company, whatever. They are selling hundreds of products a day. So don't think you've got to have 500 products. You don't. Sometimes people just come for that one product. Like Bath Box, when they went viral many years ago, they actually went viral because they created, it was like a pillow kind of a thing that went in the bath, so you, which propped your head up and everything. And that is their biggest selling point because, once again, they found something in the market that wasn't there and popped it up. And I mean, the pillow they've got, which I never thought about, but you see them on AliExpress and all of those companies all the time, but there wasn't any in Australia, so they brought them to Australia. So they were smart because they seen that, okay, to create luxury, you want to be comfortable, and they were finding a solution to a problem, and that is a part of business. The number one rule in business is find a solution, and then that's how you come forward and sneak in the market better. And that's exactly what they did. Oh, good morning, Lisa. Welcome, darling. Welcome to our chat. So we've talked about that bit. Now, this bit is what important. Professional. How do we get to be professional on our site? Because we know we're professionals, but how do we actually relay that to the site? So I've done a bit of research. So I'm going to talk about a little bit of that as well. Oh, yeah, that's right, Paige. Some people, a lot of people are saying, some websites, some of these particular websites, you go to them and it's really hard to navigate. Make sure your website's easy to navigate because if it's hard, people just go away. I know it's happened to me before when mine wasn't as easy to navigate. So you want to make it as easy as you can. And so what my husband actually did, he actually did some embedding as well. Yeah, building your website. Sorry, I am reading comments in between everyone because I don't have a moderator. I did think about it, but I don't want to do that. You guys want to hear from me, not someone else. So now let me talk about this because I'm going off track now. But anyway, we'll talk about the professional side and how we're going to do it as well. So the main thing with the professional side of things and how you do it is simple as this. So this is from my research. Use icons and drop down menus. And that's what I was talking about before. My husband has done a bit of a menu in the embedding. I am lucky because he's an engineer, but you can get an artist to do this. So this particular man that I've been using, if anyone wants his number, I'll get, pop you onto him. And basically, so in the drop down menus, which is the embedding back part of it, what you can do, rather than having all the words, which I had so many words, now I've taken all those away. And so all people have to do is click on the pink boxes at the bottom. So one will say, like, it might be warnings and disclaimer, things like that. They just click on that and a little box pops up and tells them what it is. So that way, you know, they're not having to scroll down hundreds of words, because a lot of people don't even look at the words. They look at the products and they want the main things. What's the scent? What's the color? And quick information of a few lines. So try and keep it to a few lines on your product page. Now, also limit the space on the side, which that's what I'm talking about. If you have a photo here, you don't want this space coming all the way down under here because you've got so many words. And that's something that I definitely did wrong. So that's something that I'm fixing. I have fixed, mostly I think I've done the bath bombs and most of the soaps are fixed, but not 100% fixed. I've still got to do those as well. And use your clear images. Don't make anything too fussy. Don't put heaps of greenery around it. And, you know, don't get like a bath bomb and then just fill it with hundreds and sprinkles on the ground, because that distracts away from the product. So just try and make your product. So I've got a product here. So if I had this product, it would be just this product on its own, on a background color or white background, whatever, because you don't want to see a million other products. So that's something that I'll be talking about, you know, make sure. And so, you know, because you can see the sprinkles, it's pretty, and this is going to have some rainbow cocoa on it soon. So, you know, you want to be able to show that beautiful, pretty product. So that's something that I really do suggest, that, you know, you try and keep it more simple as well. And like I said, remember, less is more. So definitely less is more on your product. So like I said, don't go and put a million roses and all these things on the bottom to try and do that. 100% Carol, less is more. And at the start, I used to think, well, it's a rose product. Everyone wants to see roses spread around. I've done it all too, you know. And I'll tell you now, people go away straight away because they realize it's not professional and it's not on trend. So you've got to look on what's on trend. Advertising 10 years ago is not advertising now. So look into other candle stores. Go and look, you know, in magazines. Look at all these things, how the photos are done, and then that's how you can come up with a professional idea. And I think the thing is, we're business owners that are trying to find all this, you know, we're trying to figure all this out, and we don't have professionals. And you've got to remember, these companies, big companies, have, you know, brand experts. Some of these companies are spending $200,000 a month on ads. We're never going to get in front of that. Let's be honest. We're not. You know, the most I could afford to do would be 100 a week at best, you know. So, you know, I'm never going to be at that level, but don't worry, because you can climb to that level. It just takes time. So now this is something I want to talk about too, analytics. So make sure, if you've got a Shopify account, look into the analytics. Look on why people, you know, are they just going to your homepage and they're going away? You know, how is this all happening? It's hard to find what your brand is, yeah, and the struggle. Well, that's right, yeah. And look, I've struggled with the branding. You know, I really have. If I had the money, I would have paid a brand expert at the start, but I didn't, because they cost a lot of money. You know, and even that, sometimes you get a graphic artist, they'll come up with something, you don't like it. And one thing that I've learned in my career is you have to say, actually, no, I don't like that. That's not the brand I want. And go back to the drawing board. If they say, well, that's all we're going to offer, we'll say, fine, find someone else. Because there's no good just accepting something because you feel like you have to. You have to get your big business pants on and say, okay, no, I don't like that. Now this is what I'm going to do. So, you know, but you have to be constructive as well. You have to realize if you're wrong, you also have to go, okay, well, maybe I'm wrong. I've got to try this out because what I'm doing is not working. But like I said, for analytics, try your analytics and have a look on, you know, like I said, who's stopping on your page, where they're from, are they buying, are they recurring customers, have they come 20 times before they're bought? And it doesn't matter if they come 20 times because you just want them to convert. Is your conversion rate good? That's also important. Well, that's right, Lisa. Your brand 100% changes as you grow. Mine definitely has. And the same as my products are 1,000,000% better now than they were 3 years ago. And that is normal. Any company that is honest will tell you that, because your product gets better and better as your knowledge gets better and better. So that's just definitely something to think about as well. So also, like I said, also regularly go over your site. Have a look. Is this good? Is it bad? Am I doing the right thing? Is it working for me? You really need to look at all of that and look at why isn't it working? You know, why aren't I converting? Is my photos not good enough? Is, you know, my product not cohesive? So you'll notice on my YouTube, it's gone to pink, the same as the pink that I'm using. So everything has changed. My Instagram has even changed with pink backgrounds. So that's what I'm saying. You need to, you know, step up your game and make sure everything is really cohesive. So hopefully that is a little bit of an explanation. And I'm reading down because I've written all the notes for anyone that's wondering why I keep looking down. Yeah, like I said, you know, see how many hits you're getting. Are you converting those customers and so on? Because that is really important. And now we talk about driving to your website. So because for me, that is super important. How do I drive someone to the website? Because you might have a great idea, but you need to learn how to drive them there. And when I say drive them there, it literally means a reason for them to go there. So they might see you, for instance, on Instagram, and you want them to go, okay, we're going to go there. There's no good doing a big selling point saying, I'm so great, my products are amazing. You need to just say, hey, this is a new product, we've got you covered. Don't worry, relaxation time or something. It shouldn't be, please buy my product now, it's great. Because people just go, oh, they're a bit desperate, and then they don't buy it. So that is really important. So I'm going to give you a few tips to drive them there. And these tips did come from actually a Shopify video I was watching, so I did think it was very good. So, number one, social media. You want catchy images to make them go to your website. It's no good having an image on social media that's rubbish. You need to have a really good image and spend time taking photos. Your time is fine if you're not paying someone else. Just use your own time, you know, to take images and make sure they're really good. Like, you know, one thing that I had a lot of comments on was one of my images that had a little baby shopping trolley, and it actually had some products in it because it's catchy, it's cute. People just, it catches your eye straight away. So they're the kind of things you can do. Use props. You can get heaps of props at cheap department stores. It doesn't have to be anything exciting as well. So, and ask your friends, you know, and your family, do you have anyone that's willing to share, you know, your posts with other people? Because if they share it, then that's more people that are going to see it. Yeah, you love that, Carol. Yeah, I've had so many people ask about it. So yeah, so look into different props. And there's so many different props that you can get. There's quite a few new companies come out that do props. There's one company, I can't think of what they're called, and they do the vinyl and they also do props as well. So you can sort of just Google all of that anyway. And like I said, you know, these are sort of things you want to do. You want to attract your customers with your marketing. So like I said, the colors, the themes, your branding, you know, how you're doing it, a new product that's kind of cool on the market. Think of something that no one else has done. There's no good putting, you know, a white bath bomb with nothing on it because people go, oh, boring. But you might want to show that white bath bomb fizzing in the bath with the rainbow colors coming out. That could be something a bit exciting as well. Like, these are my new bath bombs coming out, and they are white, but on the inside they have massive big rainbow embeds like these, so they'll come out rainbow colors in the bath. So there's no good me just putting a white bath bomb like that on Instagram because people go, oh, boring, white bath bomb. But, you know, if you actually put a picture of that in the bath doing its things, people think that is super cool and they want to watch it. So that's the thing of what I was saying as well. Another thing you can do, if you can afford it, is run small ads on Facebook or Instagram or something like that. And look, I'm not a big person for doing all that at the start because it costs money, but I did do a test this week. So what I did is I spent $100 over 6 days, targeted my market from 17 to 35-year-olds. And in that, I think I went from having about 35 to 40 people a day coming to my site to having 100 a day. So it definitely drove people to come there. I wouldn't say sales as well. Oh, Barry Blueberry was an awesome bath bomb. Thank you, Carol. My gorgeous daddy would be so proud to know that because his favourite colour was blue. And that's why it's named after him. So we will be bringing out a few more things in the range of Barry Blueberry. We will be bringing out a body butter as well in that as well, which will be a mixture of like a sweet and also as well. Yeah, I'm not a big fan on ads, Lisa. I have to agree, but I have to tell you, it did bring people to the site. 100% it did. I'm not going to say it was massive sales, but for me, it definitely brought people there to see. So you have to, you know, think, can you afford it? And if you're new, 100% I'd say don't do it because, you know, and this is the thing the graphic artist said to me. He said, doing ads, changing your website, it takes 6 months. You're not going to see them in a week. And the problem is with all of us, because we don't have a lot of money as well. That's right, Lisa. It is finding the right people. So that's what I'm saying about when you do an ad. It's no good just putting an ad. You need to market to the right type of people, the right time frames, the right country. It's really important to do all of those things. You don't just put an ad on. There is some back work. And when I first started, I made that mistake of definitely just paying for ads. And I didn't do any of the marketing because I didn't understand it. And most people don't. Because, you know, we all think, well, we're small businesses. We don't know how to actually do all of this. So it just can make it really tricky and really hard. So I 100% understand when people don't do the ad or they think it's not working. I don't think it's that it's not working. I think it just hasn't been targeted properly. So, and they're the things that I've learned as I've gone along. I definitely didn't know that at the start. And I'm not telling anyone to put on ads. Just look into it. But if your business is growing, which mine slowly is, then, you know, maybe that's something that you can afford to do. But, you know, look, as I say, I went from sometimes having no sales in 3 months to having hundreds or sometimes thousands a month in sales. So, you know, but we're in January, everyone. So remember, the sales are going to be very small. You know, I've gone from, honestly, let's be honest here, I've gone from taking $5,000 a month in December to taking $300 or more. Maybe $400 this month. So that's what I'm going to say. That's a huge difference, but that's what happens because we're out of Christmas. People are gone on holidays. They don't spend. So, you know, we'll see. We'll see what's going to happen. So I think maybe this month I might only take $1,000. Whereas, you know, and a lot of you will be saying, well, $1,000, that's fantastic. And it is fantastic. But you've got to remember, I've been doing this for 3 years, constantly on social media and everything else for years. So it didn't happen in the first year, not even the second year. This has really only been the last 6 months, honestly, that I've actually started to get a lot more people, you know, follow me and things like that. But I was going to say, if any of you follow me on social media, make sure you put a pink heart next to it and say, love your YouTube or something, because that way I'll know and I'll follow you back so that we can all spread the love a little bit as well. Well, that's exactly right, Carol. If it was easy, everyone would do it. It's really hard. It's hard doing business as well. Oh, you made the middle, Kelsey. Welcome, darling. Welcome from Michigan, Detroit. So, yeah, so like I said, you know, just keep going. But like I said, you know, if you haven't joined my social media, make sure you jump on there. And of course, you know, I'd love to follow you back. But I don't follow anyone. So if you, I don't follow everyone, I should say. So if you put a heart and say, you know, look, I'm from YouTube, then I'll follow you back. But otherwise, I usually don't unless you tell me you're from here so that we can create a community. And only if it's relevant. You know, if you've got no posts, I don't follow people with no posts. You need to post. There's no good trying to get people on with no posts because that's not going to happen. Start anywhere. It doesn't matter how bad it is because you'll get better. So just start posting. You know, at least once a day. Try and do it once a day because they say that you need to post between 1 to 3 times a day for a year before you become successful on Instagram. And I 100% would agree with that. That definitely is something I would agree with. Now, also, what I was going to say as well, when we're talking about sales on our website as well, thank you. Yeah, well, make sure you do all that in my Insta. So go over to my Insta, put all my hearts, love me on there, and then, of course, I'll follow you back. But like I said, because I get different people following me and different messages, so I'm always not sure. Yeah, your videos need editing. I know it's hard. You know, look, I'm not that great on editing, but I use the iPhone editing tools. So there's like a tool built into iPhone, and that's what I use. I don't pay for any other editing tools. And I've learned so much as I've gone along. So that's what I'm going to say. Don't be hard on yourself. You will learn as you go along, you know. I mean, Rome wasn't built in a day, and neither was a bath bomb company. So you never know what to post on social media. You know, me too. But sometimes and I've done this when I've thought, what am I going to post? You can actually even just put your products in a different, you know, image. Sometimes, so for instance, right, we've got this bath bomb. You could say, new bath bomb coming out, you know, so much fun, fizzing rainbow. So that could be number one, right? You show this. Number two, you could have this in the bath. So showing all of its rainbow effects coming out in the bath. Number three, you could change, you know, dipping this in cocoa butter, which this is going to be dipped in with rainbow. So then it will also help as well. So that is 3 to 4 posts on one product. And you wouldn't put them together. You would sort of spare them around. But that's what lots of social people do. And you can post the same image. Don't feel scared to post that, as long as it's 6 months or something in between. So that's what I'm saying. Don't feel scared to do that. You can even post images of you going out shopping and buying things for it. You know, a shopper's life. You know, all of these sort of things. A soaper's life, you know. You looking at products. I mean, it doesn't have to be just on the product. People want knowledge. They want to like you. They want to trust you. They want to learn who you are to buy from you. And you'll see lots and lots of different companies don't just say, here's my product. They'll talk about people packing it, people making it, you know, their story, you know, fun laughs, you know, bloopers. I mean, you know, you'll see in some of my videos, I've done bloopers where I've gone, whoa, you know, where I've made a mistake and I've had to cut the video 10 times. I mean, people love that because it's funny. It's, you know, it's a bit unscripted, and that's the kind of world we live in. We need a laugh. So, like I said, you know, these are little things that you can do. And, you know, don't feel too precious, and don't feel, you know, like embarrassed. When I first started YouTube, honestly, I was so... Yeah, bloopers are funny, Carol. There's a couple of videos where you'll see me go in the video because, you know, I'm like, damn it, I've done 14 things, you know, but it's just the way it is as well. Yeah, for your TikTok page. Now, Paige, I'll tell you this. On my TikTok, one of my videos, all I did was made some blue bath bombs, and I never thought it would get so many likes. And I think he's had 120,000 views. So, you know, just by posting, and look, I didn't think it was that exciting. I didn't edit it. I literally taped it and did a voiceover. Over the top. Was really easy to do. I didn't do anything special because back then I didn't know how to do it, and it took off. So you just need something to just take off. You know, the other day I did a reel. I've only done a few reels of just each colour bath bomb flashing. I think I had 129 likes. Now, usually I have 13 or 15 likes on reels because it's new to me. So that's what I'm saying. It just, you never know what's going to take off, or what someone's going to love, or what Instagram or social media will put in front of someone else. So, you know, always remember too that, you know, these products, or like all of these products, and supporting other businesses will help you. So if you sort of don't feel like, this is one thing I want to say, don't look at competition as competition. So we're all soap makers on here. We all want to make money out of it. We all want our own little business. But by you guys, you know, joining on or subscribing or whatever to my YouTube or my Instagram helps me. And then by me doing the same for you on your Instagram or liking, and I do like a lot of posts from soapers, it gets more interaction. It gets you pushed in front of others. And that's why I'm saying, you know, don't feel scared to like or join other customers or other soapers as well. All the donut bath bombs. I swear, Carol, I had a bath in one. So good. The water lily is my favourite at the moment. Really, really beautiful. And they're not sinkers either. Often too, when you get a big bath bomb like this, they sink. It means you packed it too tight. Sometimes it just happens. I mean, look, a big bath bomb like that's going to sink faster than a tiny one. You know, that's for true. And the same as if you're wanting spinners. The spinners are the rounds. I mean, you know, it's pretty hard to make this spin. So, you know, that's the one thing that I say. So bath bomb doesn't have to always float. It doesn't have to. You want it fizzing. So sometimes it can sink under, but the fizz will come to the top, and that's what you want. So don't worry about that either. I thought I'd add that bit in as well. Also, make sure that you're using the email tool of marketing, which is totally free on Shopify. So I've just got the basic Shopify account, and then you can go into marketing and send people marketing things. Yeah, that's right. I think soapers are a bit of a sisterhood family. Look, sometimes you get someone that's a bit of a smarty pants, but you know what? I don't even pay attention to that. If somebody's a bit of a smart bum, just go past them and don't worry. Water off a duck's back and just keep going. And usually when someone says something negative, it's usually because they're a bit envious, or they're a bit jealous or something, or they wish it happened to them. So don't worry about that. Just keep doing your thing. Keep going. If I worried about every person that said you're not going to make it, I wouldn't even be doing YouTube. I mean, people said, who's going to watch you on YouTube? That's ridiculous. No one's going to watch you. Why are you giving away your recipes? They're going to steal your ideas. I mean, I've had all of this said to me and I don't agree. And I said, well, why would I think like that? I mean, you know, this is the thing too. Look, let's be honest. You guys aren't me and I'm not you. So even if I give you my recipe, you're going to make something different to what I would make. So don't feel scared that other people are copying you or they're doing the same as you. Don't worry about that, because I'm not the first one to make a cloud bath bomb with sprinkles and rainbows in it, am I? I'm not the first one to make, you know, a rainbow bomb that's white with sprinkles. I mean, I'm just not. But the thing is, it's about how you market yourself as well. It's the same as Lush. People made bath bombs before Lush, but it's just they know how to market, they knew how to grow. That's exactly what it is. So don't feel scared about competition. Please don't. We should all be in this together. And in Australia, that's why I set up the soaping conference, because we all need help to do this together. And that's why now I've collaborated with lots of bigger companies, some of them global companies, to talk there, to give you inspiration, to help people, to show you how to do this, because this is what we don't know. We don't know how to do this. Let's be honest, we don't. We're young at business. So that's why we need those people. So anyone that hasn't bought the ticket, make sure you go over to my website and have a bit of a look as well. Yeah, thank you, Carol. And that's the thing too, what Carol's saying. People like to resonate with you. So if people like me, they want to support me. They want to see that. 100%, Lisa. We all need this conference. We really do. So you can buy tickets online and you'll be zoomed in the whole time online. So you can definitely see it. It will not, I will do little snippets on YouTube, but you definitely won't see the main of it. That's for sure. Yeah, and the reason I can't do it for free on YouTube is it actually costs a lot of money to set up a conference. Like, honestly, a lot. It's cost me a lot of money. I wish I could, but I can't. Yeah, we definitely are doing the virtual tickets, 100%, Lisa. You can just go over to the Australian Candle and Soapery conference, and at the end of most of my videos, if you go in the description, you'll actually see the links to it, and you can actually buy the ticket online. And so then what actually happens is just before it, you'll actually be sent the book virtually. So there'll be a book virtually, and there'll be some recipes in the book as well. And well, the good thing about the conference, Deb, is yeah, so the good thing about the conference is we're actually got people teaching you how to make soap, how to make candles, and all of that as well. So the good thing about that is through the conference, you'll actually see how to do it. So yeah, it is an actual workshop. There's 2 workshops, a candle and a soaping workshop for this year. And there's also a business analyzing person as well, a coaching course. And there's, I think, about $5,000 in prizes that will be given away. And most of the prizes can be won virtually or in person. So you don't have to be there to get them all. It's only the door prize that is for people that are coming in person. But everyone else online. So please go online. You'll get a lot out of it. And I've organized some really big companies. It's not me making soap. One of them is a company that sells their soap and products overseas. They wholesale overseas, and a lot of wholesale. So, do make sure you're watching that. You'll really honestly get a lot out of it. So I hope that everyone will help support it, because that's how we're going to keep growing it, and, show the love and show everyone how to actually make it in business. Because if you try and do it on your own without any help, honestly, it's very rare that you're going to succeed. You need help. And I know that myself as well. Yeah, it definitely would be good for the US, the conference. The conference is not based around Australia. It's based around making soap. It's based around, making candles, how any business becomes successful. So it's not relevant just to any country. It's every country. It's really how you start to do it. So we won't be talking about like Australian law and things like that. It will be just about, how you get off the ground, social media, how you're actually doing that, how you get a graphic artist to help, how your SEO will help, all of those things. So, yeah, so it is definitely all about that as well. Yeah, and this year we won't be doing a demo on bath bombs there, maybe the following year, because this is our first year with the conference to get it off the ground, because there's no conference in Australia. And also, you can submit your photos, so just send it to me through a message through Instagram, and then therell be a prize given out for that as well. And one of the prizes will be a $100 voucher for a soap supplier. So, which is super, super cool, isn't it? So anyway, like I said, it's definitely worth it if you want to join the conference. And I really hope that's going to help everyone in business. So we've tried to make it so that it's not relevant just to Australia. It is for worldwide. And we have people coming from the UK. We've got people from the US signed up as well. Canada also signed up. And I think France is the other one signed up. So there are people from other countries. So it's not relevant, like I said, just to Australia. And of course, you can log on live, so you don't have to actually be here in person. Although there is, if you're here in person, it is morning tea, lunch, and afternoon tea. It's a full day. If you're buying the online ticket, it will be Zoomed the whole time. The Zooming doesn't stop. And then you can keep the recording as well, so which will help you later on. You can just watch it back as well. So now, and like I said, run some campaigns. That is my last thing to talk about. If you want on Instagram, make sure you're targeting the right market, of course. And content. Make sure your content, your story gives away information, valuable information. There's no good saying, hey, I've made this great bath bomb, look how good it is. You want to be able to say, this is, if rainbow's your thing, you need this. If rainbow's your thing, pop it in the bath, you'll be relaxed, you have a rainbow theme, and blah, blah, because it's giving value to somebody who wants a rainbow bath bomb. There's no good just saying buy it, because people go, no, what am I going to buy it for? What's it do for me? You've got to be able to say, this is what it's doing for you. We've got you covered, relaxation. I mean, that's what I say on my website. So, and that's what I'm saying, when I started Shopify, I'd get less than 50 people. Now I get 1,000 people a month. So this is what I'm trying to say, it's all about building, and it takes time. So anyway, hopefully I've helped you all today, and I've helped, you sort of learn a little bit about how you can motivate your business. If you don't know social media, my suggestion is teach yourself. Go on YouTube, watch all my videos when I talk about social media, and practice. There's no right or wrong. If you do a post and you bugger it up, you can delete it. So don't worry about that. But anyway, like I said, in finishing, make sure you join up on my social media. And of course, I will share the love and join up for you guys. But do make sure you put a pink heart or something and say, love you, YouTube. And then, of course, I will go and join you guys back so that we can have a community and help boost each other up a bit as well. Thank you, lovely Lisa. Thank you. You have a lovely day too, sweet. And I will see all of you from around the world on my next Sunday chat. But you will see some new videos coming up soon, because I do have to make some more body butters and so on. Bye for now. Bye, Carol. See you next time.